Gilbert. Will it be the play of his life? Steps up, throws to the end zone, and it's knocked down, and the Steelers once again in the game, defending a pass in the end zone to stay unbeaten.
Vince Williams had an outstanding game last week.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
10 for tackles. What do you have, 10 solo? Yeah. Or 8 solo?
I want to say it was 8, but I need to go back and I need to check the stats there. And it's a good thing that you actually brought that up, because I actually wanted to ask, to start off there, what everybody's thoughts was pertaining to, the performance on Sunday. Like, we snuck out with another win, but there are some things we need to talk about here, starting there on the defense. Keynote we're saying here with Williams, being on that COVID reserve right now for the time being. By my understanding, Tomlin saying that he's going to get the newcomer into the mix coming up here on Sunday. What's everybody's thoughts pertaining to how the defense performed on Sunday, and then also taking a look here coming up this upcoming Sunday against Cincinnati, against these Bengals. What are some of the corrections that need to be made? I'm actually going to keep it there with you, Banger. What's your thoughts?
Defensively, man, you definitely had to tighten some stuff up, but my problems were with the offense was with Ben. I had offense with Ben. Ben was off for the majority of the game, so the defense was on the field entirely too long, which always opens up for mistakes. Dallas Cowboys definitely scored more than they should have, but it's a team sport. So when the offense isn't producing and giving the defense time, or just even staying on the field, giving the defense time to rest, that's what happens. However, at the end of the day, man, it was an ugly game. Very ugly game. We were very stressed out. There's no way it should have came down to the last 7 seconds, but it did, and we got
it. And what about you, Jim? I know last week we actually kind of talked about this, where we said, a win is a win. It doesn't matter whether it's nice or ugly. And we actually talked about this past game potentially being, a setup game for a trap game. So what was your thoughts pertaining to, how everything shaked out there?
All I can say is the Steelers is lucky the Red Rifle Andy Dalton didn't play. They would still be undefeated. But, hey, I got to give both coaches a great deal of credit. Mike McCarthy got 127 wins in this league in the Super Bowl, and I tell you what, he coached his butt off. He changed his defense during mid-season to run the Chicago Bears 46 defense. And at times I thought it was the Miami Dolphins no-name defense, because couldn't nobody really identify any of the players over there making big plays. And another thing is Mike McCarthy was able to see that the rookie guard, Kevin Dotson, who's doing a great job on the offensive line, but on the field goals and extra points, he's seen a flaw in his game where they could hook Dotson and get pressure up the middle to block the kick. So I thought Mike Tomlin did a great job of living in his fears and going for it on 4th down and not trying to kick the field goal, because that field goal definitely was going to get blocked. The 59-yard field goal, if you go back and watch the film, I don't know how Dallas did not block that 59-yard field goal. The guy just missed it. So they were definitely going to block. It's a correctable, coachable situation, but it's going to take a week of practice to coach Kevin Dotson up on that. And I thought Mike Tomlin did a great job going for it on 4th down. So 2 great coaching jobs by some coaches that got a lot of wins in this league.
And I had the opportunity actually to take a look at some of those plays to see, how the pressure actually was coming through the line. And it seemed to me, I believe it was number 98. I'm not sure what his actual name was. as you said again, there was some of these players on Dallas, then I wanted to call him Connor Baldwin, but that wasn't him. I'm like, he doesn't play for Dallas anymore, so I'm not sure who's there.
Gillimore,
but
Neville Gillimore, yeah, he's a rookie out of Oklahoma. Okay. Yeah, he's a beast. Yeah.
Got you. Now on two of the plays, it did look like he, jumped over the center, and he did leave his feet. So again, we kind of talked about this before in the past as well, where it's like some calls they're calling and some calls they're letting fly. Chris, I think you just jumped on here with us. What was your thoughts pertaining to, how the Steelers performed on Sunday against the Dallas Cowboys, man?
I mean, I think we performed pretty good, honestly. I mean, we had a couple bad plays, but all in all, like I said, we're still a new team, and Dallas really needed that win, so they came to play. I mean, they put out all the start. They had trick plays. They had everything else they possibly could do. I mean, they really wanted. We were that whale. They wanted that game. Undefeated team. They came in there with everything to it. So, I mean, I give it to them for playing their heart out. So I don't take nothing from the Steelers. I give it to the Cowboys for throwing everything they had at us and try. I mean, they were cheating, sneaking, anything they could possibly do to beat us. I mean, so I mean, honestly, what can you say? Hey, it's still bang bang over there, John. It's still bang bang. You know what I mean? I honestly see nothing wrong. I mean, we played great. The only thing I've seen that we need a little bit more better is pressure on the quarterback, because that dude had time all day. Like, he was back there. He put up a picnic table. He had his feet up for a little bit. He only got a couple hits on us, man. We got a couple hits on him. That was the only issue I had with the whole game. Besides that, I mean, a couple plays where we're off on passes a little bit. Besides that, everyone caught what they were supposed to catch. A couple dumb little mishaps. Nothing bad. And, I mean, then Ben, I mean, his knee was messed up, but he wasn't giving that shit up. So he ran in there, limped around for a while. So you got to remember, his pass during the whole second half wasn't what it was supposed to be neither. So,
and that's an excellent segue to our next topic. There is Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, I've never seen a quarterback actually, injure both knees on one play. Like, he went down, he grabbed one knee, then he said, "Ow!" Then he reached over, he grabbed the next one, and I'm like, okay. And I start having flashbacks of Oakland here.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts to the injury there, as far as with Big Ben, and also the backup quarterback situation between Mason and Dobbs? Like, we talked about this before. I know you guys, are kind of on the duck train, and you guys really aren't riding with Mason. So, what were your thoughts as far as with the injury? And then, if it is a situation where, for whatever the reason is, injury, or as we see COVID right now with Big Ben, if he's not able to go, who are you suggesting that, we get in there?
I'm not going to lie to you. When I seen Mason hit that field, boy, I started sweating. And like I said, it ain't nothing against that man. He is a hell of an athlete, great football player, but he's not there. He's not what he needs to be NFL. I'm sorry. I mean, I said, bro, I started sweating. I feel how Banger feels about him. Like, he gives me a bad taste, and as soon as I see him with the field, I was like, please, no, please, Ben, come back. I mean, honestly, I take Uncle Rico over. You know what I mean? Mason all day from Napoleon Dynamite. I'll take Uncle Rico. He can throw over a mountain at least. But, like, honestly, and we need, and I said it, how many times have I said it at every interview? We need a serious backup. We really are in need of a serious backup. Ben needs to start mentoring somebody, because you see what it is, man. I mean, he took a shot, but it wasn't even that bad. We've been killing these quarterbacks way worse than that, and they've been getting back up. He's a hell of a player. He's done his duties. He's put this offense together. He's ran us a great offense. Hell of a quarterback. Tried to do everything he could to come back in, but you got to remember, age is always a factor in this game. No matter how great you still are, no matter what you do, no matter how hard you train, age still is a factor.
Yeah, I definitely agree. What about your thoughts there, Jim?
Well, I tell you what, if you guys think you never seen a quarterback get both knees hurt, you guys are too young to remember Terry
Oh
Bradshaw.
wow.
Bradshaw used to get he would get carried off on a stretcher and come back 2 plays later, man. The crowd be cheering. Man, they carry him off the field. Everybody thought he was faking, man. They carry him off the field, man. He be out 1 play, come back, the crowd go crazy, man. So that's a Terry Bradshaw was the best at that. But I tell you what, man, what does Big Ben got to do to get MVP vote? He ain't got a single MVP vote. Since he's been in the league for 17 years. Steelers are 8-0. He's not even in the conversation. But I tell you what, Big Ben's best friend on the team, Vance McDonald. They sat together on a plane. Their lockers are next to each other in the locker room. So if Ben comes up and tests positive with COVID-19, I would go with the Duck, man. The Duck beat Cincinnati before. He can beat them again, man. I'm a Duck fan, brother.
Okay.
And the biggest
You know
factor of
what?
all that, bro.
A lot
The
of
biggest
people, a
factor
lot
of all
of the
that
fans.
is Duck is a Steeler gang. Duck is Steeler gang.
Yeah.
Remember that. Remember that.
Yeah.
Duck is Steeler gang. So you got to.
Yeah.
That is a hell of a factor.
Hey man, it's like this, bro. It's like I don't gotta say what I don't like about Mason. I say what I do like about Duck. Is that man? He's won before. Mason's never won an NFL game ever. Duck got what? 4 of them. You got four or five, right? You got 4 or 5 of them. So yeah. So it's like, hey man, like I have to go with him or Dobbs.
Wait a minute, Banger. So you're saying that Mason, he hasn't won a game with him starting? Because I know he started a few games last year that I believe we pulled out with him under the helm. Didn't he get that W against the LA Rams last season? That was a big home victory.
I don't think that was him.
Okay, yeah. We're definitely gonna have to check the stats and
I'm pretty
sure.
I don't think that was him, man. I don't think we started winning. I don't think we started getting winning again until Duck took over. That's why Mason. It was the whole debate.
A 4-game winning streak, and I may be wrong.
I remember them saying the big debate was like Moten was talking on the show last year. Was like, okay, what do you do with as a coach? Do you pull Mason out now and replace him and kill his confidence because he just lost and he lost again, or do you? And they kept him in for I think 3 games. And midway through that what was it? That Baltimore game?
Yeah,
put Duck in. You know, so I don't know, bro. If he did, it was only 1, bro. Like it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, matter of fact, this is what happened with Mason. Matter of fact, he's won games that he finished, not any games that he started. Is that it? No.
Because
none.
I mean, question: How we won 8 games last season, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought out of that 8 games, it was a split where Mason won 4 and Duck won 4, and they both had 4-game winning streaks, by my understanding. Now I may be wrong. We're going to have to check the stats on that. But next week, we're going to give everyone that information to see who was right there as far as that. Yeah. That's some Steeler trivia.
Trivia.
We're going to bring to you next week.
But yeah, man, it's like, I just don't. As it is, man, he's just not a winner to me, man. So but hopefully, Ben's gonna be cool. They said he tested negative, so hopefully, he continues to test negative as the week progresses, and we get into Saturday.
Bro, he did test positive.
Who, Ben?
For being undefeated.
He looked, he said, like, what? I looked, I said, what?
For being a winner. You know what I mean? A winner out here, bro.
That's a great one.
14-24.
Let's segue to you there, Jim. So, what's your thoughts as far as with the Bengals? I know they have a few new wide receivers in there, but then they're also dealing with a few headaches there in the locker room. Last time I checked, it looked like AJ Green wasn't really producing as he's accustomed to, and he actually was saying that he wanted out. So, what's your thoughts as far as with the Bengals and how everything's going to shape out this Sunday?
Well, I tell you what, you talk about the video going around with Husmanzada cleaning his cleats with the terrible towel.
Yeah.
But I tell you what might have been worse than that if Juju would have made it
Oh,
to the
yeah.
Star.
Oh yeah.
And Dallas, and I think we'd have seen a bunch of fights and suspensions, and we might not have had many players for this game. But I tell you what, man. The quarterback, the rookie quarterback, Joe Burrow's gonna get a lot of initial respect because he looked like the kid from Home Alone, and so, but his decision making ain't the greatest because Ohio State ain't played a white quarterback since before the Urban Meyer era. So I don't know why he went to Ohio State. Great move to transfer to LSU. 60 touchdowns, man. The guy can just flat out throw that football. He's a confident dude, smoking a cigar after the national championship game. OBJ throwing money at him in the locker room. So he's confident, and he already planted the seed before the bye week that they was going to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. He put it out there, man. He put it out there subtly, but he put it out there, man. They're confident. They're coming in. Listen, if Joe Mixon plays at running back and with their 3 wide receivers and the way the quarterback throws, there's not ever been a rookie quarterback that's thrown as much or passed for over 300 yards as much as this guy, man. And they're going to come in here. Don't forget, they're fresh. They're coming off a bye week. Their big thing, like Chris and Banger has said before, the biggest thing for the Cincinnati Bengals would be to upset the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's their Super Bowl, man. So we're going to get their best effort. They're coming in, man. They're excited. They're pumped up. They got a rookie quarterback that's probably going to get Rookie of the Year, man. So it's going to be a great game, and we got to be banged up a little bit.
You're definitely right about that, and there's a lot of people that want to see this game. I see they flexed it from the 1:00 start to 4:25. So this is going to be a good one. Banger, what's your thoughts? I know you've lived through a lot of Steelers Bengals battles there. What's your thoughts? How everything's going to shape out on Sunday?
Man, you know what? I think that's what's really reset the battles. That's another factor to go. What adds to this is their Super Bowl. Everybody wants to knock us off. Is the genuine bad blood that exists between the team. Like when they play each other, it's different, bro. Like it's different for the fans. It's different for the players. Like they really don't like each other. You got to look at the history we have with the whole Vontaze Burfict situation. Juju, going back to, we've done some things too. Hines Ward's done some damage over there. And you know what I mean? There's a genuine dislike between our two franchises. And I think that always brings out, that brings out the aggression in the play. So they're going to try to beat us. But on our side, that works for us twice as much. Especially for some reason, whenever they disrespect that terrible towel, pirate curse just kicks in, and it's just like I don't know. I feel like the players got to the point where they hope a team disrespects the towel just to give us that extra mojo. So at the end, I think it is going to boil. Those extra factors also combined with the fact that our offense stacks up better against their defense and vice versa. What I really like is what Jim said at the end, after all his accolades, which are well deserved for that LSU quarterback, he said rookie quarterback. I like rookie quarterbacks coming in the AFC. And because at first you got two factors with that. You have the defense feels like, okay, we have to introduce you. You're playing the Steelers. You're going to get hurt. And then Ben Roethlisberger has that shit. This is what I felt about last week's game. this is Lamar Jackson's first time playing Ben. Ben's not gonna let him beat him, bro. That's his like the first time you meet Ben Roethlisberger. This is the AFC North is Ben's house.
Yeah.
He is the elite quarterback for the AFC North. Period. So when you come into his shit, that's like coming to play Jordan. I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, he's not letting you beat him in his house. And period. First time meeting him, you're not beating Michael Jordan. You're not beating Ben Roethlisberger. It's an ego thing. So that shit matters, bro. That shit, because what that does is that we're human, bro. When you have that extra motivation where I have to do this, I there's no way I can let this little motherfucker beat me, man. That's how you win football games.
You're right, though.
Man, well, I think everyone could say that they're excited for this one coming up here, man. Like you said, this is going to be Burrow. I always pronounce his name wrong, but you guys know I'm talking about it. It's going to be his first trip here to Pittsburgh, so I think everybody's going to be excited to see him. It's going to be interesting to see, a lot of these Cincinnati fans, because they've been losing for so long that it's kind of pitiful, just like watching them even be like in certain places. every season, at the start of the season, like they think they have a shot, and then it's like after like week 5 or 6, it's like, I'm out of here. They're not doing nothing. So
the mud dogs.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So yeah, this definitely will be a good one. Does anyone have any keys to victory that they would like to give? For the Steelers to walk out with a win. I'm gonna start off with you there, Jim.
Hey, I tell you what, man, I covered a high school championship. High school championship. It's a high school called Clareton High School. They won so many games in a row, but they had this star receiver, defensive back that was state champ, sprint champ named Trenton Cole. So he was the big name. So I had the story already written. So I go in the locker room after the game and I just want to get a quote from the coach, so I can just finish that article on Trenton Cole's, right? I said, Coach, why'd you beat, what was the difference between you guys? And I think they played Rochester. He said, we had Tyler Boyd and they didn't. And my eyes, he was like a sophomore. I never even heard of the dude, man.
Tyler Boyd.
In the next couple of years, Tyler Boyd broke every record. I was like, dang,
Oh, wow.
The coach was right. This boy's a beast. Hey, listen, he came into his own. He got great hands. He did great at the University of Pittsburgh. This is a competitive dude. Don't forget, he was a all-world running back in high school, so he got the moves. He's great in the slot. So we're going to have to he can control the game. You know what I mean, just with his possession catches, and he can get deep on you. So I think the go-to guy for them is Tyler Boyd, and he's coming home, and we got to find a way to stop him, man.
What about you, Chris? What's your keys to victory?
I mean, I think he's 100% right. I'll give him that all day. But you got to remember, he is that amazing, but he has one of them balls on his legs, dragging his ass around when he's trying to game, and that's called the rest of his team. You know what I mean? There's only so much you can do. He ain't got an S on his chest, and he ain't got a K. So the man is nice, but you can't be nice by yourself. You know what I mean? Don't be honest about that. You can't be nice by yourself. So, I mean, our keys to win is our pass game all day. I mean, Ben, like he said, Ben has an ego, bro. He definitely has a really strong ego. I mean, he doesn't like, he takes it personal. Let's put it that way, like he said. He takes it very, very personal. So, the fact that he just got injured last game, now he has something to prove. Now he knows the fans might have a little bit of doubt for him. They might say something, oh, here comes the injury. So now he's coming out already. I've got something. I have to prove that I'm not injured. I got to prove that I'm great. I'm on my feet. Everything's fine. I got to prove and show these people that's what it is. That's one. Two, what Banger said. You're not going to come into my house as some rookie quarterback thinking you're nice. Come in here and take my title. This is my title. I mean, he's a Hall of Famer all day. Let's not joke. He's a Hall of Famer all day. That's his title. This is his house. Other teams might be better, but there's been no all-stars like that to shine like he has at that quarterback position in there. This is his house. And he's not losing to some secondhand quarterback thinking that you're about to come
some secondhand Heisman.
stepping on my terrible cow, running your mouth to us. First off, now you're making it personal. And like he said before, you don't make this personal with the Pittsburgh Steelers. If anybody has ever learned that, you don't make things personal with us, because we definitely play that way. I do believe that they are coming to play, like he said. And there was Jim mentioned that they're definitely going to come to play. Then, like Baker said, the rivalry. So they are definitely ready to do everything they can to win. Especially, that's like the biggest hater on the planet, your rival. So they're looking at us shining right now. We're headlining everything. We are top of everything. We are top of the top. We are the conversation piece. If you can knock that off the top of our head, you mean as our rival, so they're going to really be gunning for us. But like I said, I just don't think they have enough weapons. They really don't. They really don't. They don't have enough weapons. Yeah, they have a couple. They have. I mean, they got that one nice wide out. You mean, but their D line's okay, but their D backs is not there, and I will say that their D backs are not there. But offensive lineup we have as our wide outs, our slot backs. I mean, even look at our tight end. This dude's hurdling people. He's no joke, man. That's our tight end. Let me keep that real. That's not the man. He's not supposed to do that. That's supposed to be the wide outs and the slot backs. Bro, he hurdled, dude. Like it was nothing. It was effortless. That thing was just, you know what I mean? So let's put it that way. I believe this, and we said this, I think was the second or first interview or podcast we had. We said that the team is only going to evolve. And I'm telling you right now, people think that maybe we're slacking because of the Cowboys, but they came to play. But we are steadily evolving and getting better as a team, and it is crazy. So I'm thinking, we are still warming up. Like, they might start playing around and trying to get something off, and then when they notice they're starting to lose, they're like, you know what? And you can tell every time. As soon as the game starts getting away from them, they're like, wait a minute, hold on, what the fuck are we doing? And they just jump right back to where they got to be and pull it right back. They do it every time. Watch it. You know what I mean? I just think that we are just a fucking – we are going to be undefeated this year. I don't think anybody's going to beat us. I honestly don't. I got to be honest with you. I just think that this is our year. That's it. So, I mean, I really can't see anybody beating us. Like I said, I see it being a 1 to 2 touchdown game. That's it. But besides that, Boyd can't win the game himself. You know what I mean? Not with that ankle strap with the rest of the team on it.
And I was actually going to say there, Chris, a lot of people don't realize that, especially on the defensive side of the ball, Dallas, they have a lot of all-pros over there. They have a few all-pros.
They really did.
And, I mean, Alden Smith, he was out there. I seen, his name was being called a few times. He was out there making some plays. So it's not like Dallas has been, a walk in the park. It just so happened to be that, their starting quarterback went down, and as we know, with Big Ben going down for a complete season, we know how difficult it can actually be. And then also a lot of people don't fail to realize they're still competing for the division. Like it's still up in the air. Like I want to say, what is it? The Eagles, the Giants, them in Washington, they all keep losing. So like it may be one more win for a team in their division to even make the playoffs. So they're not giving up. They're going to keep fighting and
It's crazy. It's crazy with last week's game. Not to digress, bro, but like they beat us the same way we beat them, or vice versa. When we played 2016, we thought we had them whooped all the way up to the last possible second. Ezekiel Elliott got that easy touchdown, ran it right in.
Mm-hmm.
So we just returned the favor.
Yep.
Yeah, man.